So a lot has changed in the landscape of crypto since I first got started in 2013, but the mission remains the same. How do we get this blockchain thing to become mass adopted, to become the internet of value that we all want it to be, and the next big invention after smartphones? See, what we need is something all these inventions have in common, which is real-life use cases that solve real-life problems where you don't have to know how. However, if we look at the current state of blockchain, what most of these over 1,500 crypto teams are right now doing is they're trying to simplify the explanation of blockchain. But that doesn't help with the interest, because most of them are trying to sell a solution or solve a problem which the world doesn't understand yet, which is centralization and the consequences of it. So decentralized, permissionless, and transparent are all amazing benefits of blockchain, but in order for this to happen, we need education to step back, and we need to find a way to communicate this where we don't have to think about how, and that's by doing it through application. Why not go this route and focus on applications that can solve such problems? And I don't mean you have to build an app, but a real-life application for real-life problems every day. And I will give you an example with what my team and I are doing with Appics. See, I asked my non-crypto friends to set up a wallet, to get their own keys, because this is so amazing and blockchain is awesome, but they didn't because it's freaking complicated. It's not normal for the average person to go out and do this. But if I say, here's this new app that you can use, you can post, you can like, you can comment, and you can convert your coins into euros or transfer them to someone else's wallet, then that sounds a lot more interesting. See, what we're looking at is taking something we're already familiar with, which is the social media space, which we're using on a daily, to empower the users, the people, because they really are the engine of the network. We are the source of value of any social media company. And my team and I have had experience with this because we were a social media marketing agency before this, and we've experienced that social media companies are continuously coming under increased scrutiny regarding areas such as biased algorithms, payouts, and censorship. I mean, if we just think about how the social media world would look like if we were in charge, and how the value of the content would be distributed fairly in a way, where it doesn't just go to the shareholders, but we are all part of the community. With Appics, you can just do what you normally would. You like, you post, and you receive comments, but you can also receive coins in form of cryptocurrency, which you can then hold to gain influence on the platform. And this is why we call it next generation of social media, because we're really connecting the traditional model with something brand new. And we're tackling one of the number one, actually, goal of the UN, which is to eliminate poverty. And that's my favorite part of it all, because the mission here is to reach a global impact. And one example is Nigeria, because they are not just a country where they're living in poverty and they're fighting against this number one goal of the UN, but they're also the most mobilized country. And it's funny to me because they are actually our most visitors on our platform, on our website, right after South Korea, of course. So that, to me, is amazing, because that shows how Appics can really transform lives and make a global impact. And in our case, it's really about empowering the users. But in other cases that you can think of, how we can achieve mass adoption by empowering people, by giving them ways to easily access solutions and use this technology, like we're using electricity or our phones and the internet. Now, my final words are, let's put the blockchain aside on every project, on anything that we're doing, and really think about the vision, about the mission, and most importantly, the team to execute. Because I think that is really crucial. When we look at any blockchain project out there, the technology in itself is great, but that should be secondary. The primary and most important thing that we're all here trying to solve is how do we get these benefits of blockchain out there to the public. And this is by having teams that can not just focus on the technology side, but also on the feminine aspects like design, user experience. And this has nothing to do with men and women, but this is for all of us. Let's focus on something where blockchain technology will change our worlds and change our society forever and make impact on a global scale in different industries. But for people without having to actually understand the technology side of it and really going out there and using it in their everyday lives. Yeah, thank you very much. And if you want to learn more, please feel free to approach my team and I.